He was the king of the middleweights.
10 seconds left in the round, and referee Joe Cortez intervenes. He's seen it.
Ruthless, composed, and deadly accurate.
Right cross across the top. Gomez is badly hurt. Canelo's got a chance to finish. And the referee.
Like that.
Good combination by Alvarez. And
instead of Rhodes looking for a knockout, Alvarez is.
Rhodes gets rocked. Referee.
Canelo Alvarez had conquered everything there was to conquer, and it still wasn't enough. So he moved up into unfamiliar territory, a division where every punch hits harder and every mistake could end it all. Waiting for him was a former ruler, a man whose name once sent shockwaves through the sport, a destroyer of champions.
Hard right hand by Kovalev. Down goes Ward on a perfect right hand shot. That's only the second time in Andre Ward's career that he's been knocked down.
This wasn't just a fight, it was a gamble. One that could either shatter his legacy or rewrite boxing history.
At all times, obey my commands. God bless you both.
In 2019, saw Canelo Alvarez returning after a brief venture into the 76.2 kilogram weight class, entered the middleweight division with a strong bout against the American Daniel Jacobs.
Caballeros, en Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
After 12 intense rounds, he added the IBF title to his collection, joining his WBC and WBA belts, securing a close but fair victory by unanimous decision.
Now the unified middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
In the summer, he surprised fans by announcing his intention to test his skills in the light heavyweight division, challenging WBO title holder Sergey Kovalev. Few approved of the red-haired Mexican's decision, and there were valid reasons for concern. Not only was Alvarez physically smaller for the weight class, but the former light heavyweight champion from Chelyabinsk, despite a career decline, was still considered one of the strongest fighters in the 79.4 kilogram category. Many believed that the encounter with the natural light heavyweight and powerful puncher would end poorly for the 29-year-old native of Guadalajara. In the summer of 2018, when the 35-year-old Russian suffered a surprising and relatively heavy early defeat to the strong Colombian Eleider Alvarez, many hastily wrote off the veteran.
Crowd is going wild in Atlantic City. Of course, you're in big trouble. Round number 7, the second time. Referee Fields is known to give fighters a lot of rope. Fields is not going to stop it. I'll bet you a dime. This is outrageous. I'll bet you a dime. This is outrageous. This has to be a stop. On 3 for Eleider Alvarez.
That was not a Kovalev who folded when the going got tough in word fight. How to weather the
However, Kovalev quickly proved the analysts wrong and regained the WBO title in a rematch with Alvarez in February of 2019, convincingly outboxing his dangerous opponent and winning by unanimous decision with a significant margin. 6 months later, he faced a tough challenge from the young and undefeated British fighter Anthony Yarde. Overcoming some difficulties during the bout and teetering on the brink of an early defeat,
Oh, good right hand from Yarde. Got him rocked. He's in trouble here, Kovalev, is he? Big right hand. This is the opportunity. Left hook from Yarde and the right. He's got the champion going. Oh, tremendous attack. Big headshots from Yarde. And Kovalev's on rocky territory.
Kovalev managed to turn the tide and knock out his opponent in the 11th round of the intense confrontation.
Final throw of the dice, maybe. He's gambling. He's trying to walk through Kovalev.
Stop. No.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. It was the left hand that did it. And the fight, I think, is all over there. It is over. Here's confirmation of victory for Kovalev.
Soon after the Alvarez-Kovalev fight was announced for November 2nd, 2019 in Sin City, Las Vegas, many advised the Mexican against such an adventure. Yes, Kovalev's version was somewhat distant from his peak form, but he remained competitive and dangerous, especially for someone who started his professional career in the light middleweight limit. The weigh-in ceremony added more nerves for Mexican boxing fans. The towering and powerfully built Kovalev loomed over the challenger like a rock. It seemed that if the Russian landed precise punches several times, the Mexican's fans would leave the arena in a bad mood. However, events in the ring took a slightly different turn.
Yourself at all times, obey my commands. God bless you both.
The champion started the fight confidently, aggressively suppressing Alvarez with a jab and incorporating right-hand shots. However, there was no indication of a decisive blow in the Russian's actions. He didn't attempt to take down his opponent, content with throwing light punches that allowed him to win rounds on points. In the early stages of the fight, Saul did not show much aggression, but focused on targeting the body of his older opponent. Despite Kovalev's high activity, Alvarez's efficiency was significantly higher.
Any new offensive opportunity?
Well, Kovalev is not committing, he's just getting touched.
That looked like Kovalev's night. Did not get that.
He's backing up the bigger man, but the attitude for his round and a half is that I've got to land the big shot on piling up points.
Good combination by Canelo, that I can bust this guy up.
Towards the distance, but Kovalev showing a lot of discipline. Big shots later in the fight.
Is that I felt his jab was really effective. Point scoring jab. First two rounds, Kovalev's landed some.
Oh, wow, 129 to 41. That is significant.
He was a predator in the ring. He's having to change that style.
Prodding, throwing jabs, the occasional right hand.
Has been better in this round. Landing shots like that, good left hand to the jaw of Kovalev.
After another, so Sergey Kovalev.
Giving the initiative to the challenger, Kovalev continued to operate defensively, relying mainly on the lead hand. He had no intention of committing to power punches, and it seemed that the veteran was consciously conserving energy, counting on a victory by the judge's decision. Alvarez continued to hunt for his opponent's body, and after the midpoint of the fight, he intensified his actions. The champion did not appreciate this, but it was impossible to speak of any breakthrough in the bout. The persistent confrontation, in which Kovalev was more active, while the Mexican focused on precision and power, continued in the same vein.
Final half of round 8. So that's like heavyweight. I think that it's obvious that he can.
He's the one back in Canelo.
As the action ebbs, I think everybody was. You have to ask yourself at a certain point. Chris Mannix with his 4th straight round for Canelo.
Canelo block a lot of them.
True.
You're not really trying to penetrate the gloves of Canelo. He's just touching those gloves.
Chris, it's a very good point. And as we are now...
I haven't seen him throw too many of those that have ended a lot of fights.
Evidently did take that round off. He just cruised through that. Now we're some more on top, trying to mix it up a little bit now. Oh, right hand there. But it still landed cleanly and is a clean score. We saw Floyd not change a single thing. So far, Canelo is showing that type of patience. Good body work there by Kovalev.
You know, it's interesting hearing Claudia say that Kovalev's corner is really getting gassed.
Throughout the big fight week, able to reserve that. But as we saw, even
in the second half of the fight, it became noticeable that Kovalev was noticeably tired. Saul sensed this moment and began to act more aggressively. The deliberate but unstoppable pressure from the Mexican boxer, combined with persistent bodywork, started to pay off. It became clear who would leave the ring with a shield today.
Chris, you spoke to him earlier. Evander looks very
smile on his face after watching his son win his pro debut.
So, Chris, is he thinking strong?
He backed him up. He's backing up the bigger total.
Best total of the fight for him.
So Kovalev believed he could jab his way to a victory.
Final minute, round 10. These last 2 rounds, 34 to 22. is pretty clear-cut. Easy to see his shots. Tradition to a better BF stopping Alexander Volstik 2 weeks ago.
Close fight. The jab of Sergey Kovalev.
Danger, a little more menace. Trying to look for a shot. Claudio Trejos is with Buddy McGirt.
Thank you, BK. Thank you, BK. You mentioned something about the right hand that was causing problems with the counterpunch of Canelo.
The right angle of Sergey Kovalev. A couple of minutes ago, it looked like it tweaked, and I've seen that happen in basketball.
Body shot answer by Canelo.
But this is a very cautious Kovalev shot.
Round 8. You got to figure he wants a rare uppercut from Canelo the hook at the end of round 10. Like it was going to be Canelo times. Perhaps Canelo is winning these rounds as he comes out firing. Right hand by Alvarez. And yet he comes in here now. It is time to
do this fight. He continues to throw that jab. He knows what's coming back when he releases.
Canelo now uppercuts 2 in this round already. Put a hurt on Kovalev in this round. This is
with his strategy and his game plan, just like he wanted to, but he hasn't really landed.
The resolution came in the 11th round of the bout. Alvarez's left hook, followed by a straight right, sent Kovalev heavy to the canvas. A beautiful knockout.
That fast! There's fifth gear. Canelo is the light heavyweight champion of the world.
Canelo asking the fans to wait till Kovalev gets up, doing the classy
winner by KO victory, and now a 4-division world champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Thus, 29-year-old Saul fully confirmed the old saying that luck favors the strong. Victory over Kovalev brought the red-haired Mexican a world champion title in his 4th weight class, placing him in the company of boxing legends such as Roberto Duran, Roy Jones, Pernell Whitaker, Juan Manuel Marquez, and Eric Morales. However, after the fight, Canelo quickly announced his intention to return to the super middleweight division, where he feels much more comfortable, stating that he would only consider returning to the 79.5 kilogram for a financially advantageous offer. Apparently, Saul did not feel at ease in the ring with a natural light heavyweight. Weight classes exist for a reason.